Have you ever wondered why people do the strange things they do? Hello, everyone. My name is Jeannie. I'm the host for this channel. Unfortunately, not everyone can be a Thomas Edison or a George Stephens, while the majority of inventors are remembered for something that changed the world and made our lives better. A few came up with something so flawed or downright dangerous that it not only didn't work, but it also proved to be fatal to its creator. I have 3 such stories to tell you today, and this is the first one. Franz Retschet was an Australian-Hungarian tailor living in Paris at the turn of the century. He became obsessed with inventing a parachute that would save the lives of aviators forced to abandon their planes in the early days of flight. He tested each suit on dummies, dropping them out of the window of his 5th-floor apartment. While early tests proved successful, other later refinements made the suit worse. Undetermined by this setback, Retschet convinced himself that the suit wasn't deploying because it wasn't tested from a significant enough height. He managed to persuade the commander of the police department to let him test his suit from the first platform of the Eiffel Tower. Permission was swiftly withdrawn when Retschet turned up to the tower and informed the police that he intended to test the suit on himself instead of using a dummy. The tailor decided to go ahead without the necessary permissions and promptly jumped from the platform before anyone could stop him. The parachute failed to open properly, and Retschet plummeted 187 feet to his death. Yeah, why do people do the strange things they do? Second story. Karl Schocek was a professional stuntman from Slovakia who designed a 9-foot-tall, bright red barrel. The purpose of the barrel was to protect him as he went over Niagara Falls in 1984. The 1,000-foot drop over the falls was a roaring success, and it gained Schocek enough fame and money for him to open his own museum at the falls. However, it also persuaded a company to sponsor another drop, this time into the water tank from the roof of the Houston Astrodome. Despite the warnings from Evel Knievel and others, Schocek dropped from the roof in the barrel, which smashed into the side of the tank instead of into the water. The stuntman was badly injured and died shortly after being dragged from his barrel in front of a horrified audience. I can only imagine. That's pretty strange. The third story is Dr. Sabin Arnold von Schucke, which from this point I'll be calling him Dr. Arnold. Whilst it seemed of a height of insanity to modern eyes at that time, there was a brief but deadly craze for using radioactive substances in everyday household items. At the height of the fad in 1915, Dr. Arnold formed the Radium Luminous Materials Company, which employed teenage girls to paint the dials of watches with radium-laced paint so they would glow in the dark. The girls would lick the ends of the brushes after dipping them in the paint to shape them swallowing small amounts of the deadly substance each time. Within 5 years, most had developed bone injuries, and by 1924, 9 of them had died. Dr. Arnold fared no better. He died of aplastic anemia caused by exposure to radiation in 1928 at the age of 45. Well, we may never know why people do the strange things they do. But we do know there are consequences for everything we do. Thank you for watching. Please click the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. See you on the next one.